Today is a perfect weather and condition to find out which one of these cameras fits better for the action. DJI Action 5 Pro or DJI Action 6. Let's find out. My goal was to start running long before the sunrise, but the thing is that today we had a heavy storm, heavy rainfalls, so I couldn't go to the mountains with such conditions. Now, as you can see, we have a bit of sun, but the sky and the clouds are still gray. Both cameras are filming in D-Log 10-bit 4K 30 FPS with a standard stabilization. This test will also help me to decide which one of these cameras I will grab with me for ultra marathon, for ultra trail marathon in the mountains, 65 kilometers, 5,000 plus meters of height elevation. So I'm not biased to any of these cameras. And while I'm filming, actually, I don't see in the footage what it looks like in real and on the big screen. So help me to decide. And what do you think, guys? Which one of these cameras is better? Running on uneven terrain, especially after the rain, is always a challenge. You need to watch out where you step. You need to always be very, very careful. That's why the stabilization is very important. As you can see, this is the terrain that I'm running now at the moment, and it will become even worse and worse. Since Action 6 was released, the only one benefit from Action 6 I saw for myself, it was the adjustable aperture, because this camera allows to film now in the low light condition better. I like that both cameras are having good noise cancellation. Actually, Action 6 is having a little bit better. So let's check. Now the wind is slightly blowing from this direction, directly actually to my head, my direction, and to the mic. Another thing that I like is a pressure sensor, because now after 15 minutes of run, I already gained the elevation of 245 meters. We have much stronger winds on the top. Let me know, guys, what do you think? Which one do you hear better? Where the noise cancellation works better? Let's try also this direction, when the sound comes that way and hits the camera from the side. Another very important thing on action cameras is good stabilization. Until now I was using regular Rocksteady. Let's see how it will be working now. I enabled Rocksteady Plus. I'm running down. My speed is higher. During the daylight, both cameras should be filming equally the same, because of the aperture on Action 6 is always set to 2.8 in such light conditions. So the same as Action 5 Pro. The sensor size will be used the same, because I'm filming in the landscape mode. So actually nothing will change. Nothing's supposed to change, at least on the large screen. But let me know, guys, what do you think? Keep in mind that I'm still keep filming using Rocksteady Plus stabilization, because I climbed the main mountain and now I'm mostly running on the flat surface. I will be going down. Of course, there will be that mountain just right behind me, but I think that Rocksteady for such activity is the best option. What do you think? So I switched the camera to Rocksteady now, just to show you the difference. I'm running really fast down the hill. Of course, the surface here is more or less flat, as you can see, and now it will be the steep up mountain again, up the hill. Whew. It's always fun to run like this. Only a few days ago I upgraded my running trail shoes to Hoka Speed Gold. Before that I was running in the North Face Vective Instinct 2. Sorry, Vective Infinite 2. Actually, if you would like to hear more about running shoes, let me know. I can prepare a special episode for that, because I'm changing the running shoes normally 3 times a year. They just fully goes to zero, like they're scratching the protector completely. I'm running approximately 4,500 kilometers a year. Okay, because of this it's a little bit an action video, and as you can see I'm sweaty. I decided to switch the cameras to 4K 50 FPS. 50 FPS is recommended to avoid the flickering, but this is exactly the frame per seconds we need for action video. So what do you think, guys? Comparing to 30 FPS, how much video has been improved? I think the biggest benefits of using the higher frequency is that you can move your camera really fast and you're not gonna feel this dizziness while watching the video. I think this is the most important part of filming in 50 FPS. I mean higher FPS than 30. These are the heroes, especially behind the fence. They are heroes, yeah. And there are 3 more heroes up on the hill. You should have seen how they run away when once I stopped to fix my shoes because a little rock entered in. It was so fun. Some of you might know that I like Insta360 Ace Pro 2 camera. I like the colors, but the only thing what I don't like is about take it with me for a hike, for a runs actually, because of Ace Pro 2 that doesn't have the front screen. And it means if I want to turn my camera myself towards where I run, turn back, I don't see what I film. And unfortunately, there is no button that allows you to open the back screen just with one hand. You always need to use both hands. I really hope that in Ace Pro 3 they will fix it. But in general, I like everything else about Ace Pro 2, even though there's only 8-bit color, not 10-bit. Yeah, of course, not so advanced as on DJI or GoPro cameras, but the accessories, the color profiles, actually I even love the eye lock on Ace Pro 2, and if it would be 10-bit color, the eye lock on Ace Pro 2 would be unbeatable. This video will help me to decide whether I keep Action 6 or I will return it, because so far I haven't seen so many differences except filming in the low light and advantages of keeping Action 6. Guys, let me know in the comments what kind of action sports do you do? What is main activities or main reasons that you're looking for the action cameras, or maybe you want to upgrade one. Just interesting to know. There's a man who just warned me that the route is closed, but actually the thing is that I haven't seen never any other people who's running on this route. It's quite complicated, and yeah, even cars are not coming here because it's like the end of the route, and he told me that hey, it's closed, where do you go? And yeah, I told him I was running here hundreds of times, literally perhaps hundreds of times already. Let's take a look at the colors of the sky a little bit. It's beautiful. We have combination of the gray and also blue. So here's one camera, here's another one. After the rain, it's so beautiful. Smells here of different grass, leaves, trees. It's like, you know, some seasonings, and it's especially smell nice after the rain. So here is the end of the road, actually. And here I will come back 7 kilometers behind. Now coming back. So coming back is always easier because the elevation when I go this way, I have one more hill, and the total elevation, the first part, is 350 meters, and coming back it is only approximately elevation up still 200 something. So at the end of the run I have the gained elevation 560 something meters. There is one mode on Ace Pro 2 and other Insta360 cameras that unfortunately doesn't exist on DJI cameras. It's a time shift. I frequently use this mode. This is sort of time-lapse mode, but for running actually. Running, walking, driving, whatever activities do you do. The thing is that if you would be running with a regular time-lapse, the video at the end would be too jittery. Time shift actually smooth out all this incorrect cropping and stitching of the frames. That's why time shift is really cool mode for action cameras to have. Speaking of the batteries, as I mentioned, both cameras actually are using the same configurations, and as I noticed, I'm filming simultaneously on both cameras. So Action 6 has been fully charged to 100% just yesterday, and now it has 80%. Action 5 Pro has been charged like a couple of weeks ago and was 95%, and still it is 78%. So the battery seems like it's better on Action 5 Pro. What I hate about DJI Action cameras is its stupid screen. Sorry, I'm a bit not negative at the moment. Once you put the camera when it's turned on into your pocket and you just accidentally touch the screen, it immediately will turn on zoom, switch the mode, switch configurations, whatever hell else you can switch on the cameras. Essentially, it's so annoying that tactility and actually the responsiveness of the screen is at the same time too good and too bad. Because sometimes when it's cold weather and you want actually to press something on the screen, you can't. In this case, like, the screen is not so responsive. But again, when you place the camera in the pocket, or you just hold it, you know, in the fist and accidentally touch with a finger, automatically will switch something. It's actually the road. Guys are running good. That's what we do. Interestingly is that I've been running here hundreds of times. I was running here hundreds of times, so this is the first time in the midday. I have never seen so many bicycles, motorbikes and other people on this road. On both cameras I set the texture to -1. It means that if I want to increase sharpness in the post, I can do it, and I would recommend always to do it. So I'm going up on that hill, as you can see over there far, and from that hill I'm gonna still have 2 kilometers but already down the hill. So now I'll have 800 meters uphill. It's always the most difficult part of this route. There he is. Hi. I come here every second day with apples and carrots, because her owner passed away half a year ago, and the new owner, unfortunately, is not living here. She's living like another city. So people come in here to, you know, to help this beautiful horse and also dogs. Just one more push. Oh, it's difficult now. So I'm almost. This is actually up the hills that I was showing you just a moment ago, and yeah, it's 800 meters. Luckily from now on it's only down the hill 2 kilometers. So this is the road down the hill I'm using. Actually, this is the only road here that you can use. Needs to be very, very careful. That's why the camera stabilization is very important. No matter if you hike, if you run, if you do any other kind of activities on such a road, it's always dangerous. Needs to be careful. One wrong step and can be really bad. Okay, so finally I can normalize my breathing. And guys, what do you think? Which of these cameras films better the action? As you found today, I was filming simultaneously in the same mode on both cameras, actually even holding the cameras in the same hand. That's why I think that this is the fairest comparison perhaps that you can find of these two cameras. I'm not biased to any DJI cameras. I'm not a big fan. They are very durable. Yeah, I should admit it. Yeah, but in general, let me know, guys, what do you think? Oh, the sun is here. Actually now it's becoming really hot, but I'm still in the jacket. But the wind is still cold, so it's better not to take it off. Anyway, I still have like 8 minutes run till home. And my basic conclusion about Action 6 is that you only need this camera, to be honest, if you're gonna film in the low light condition, or if you don't know where would you post your videos, like on Instagram, because you need this vertical mode, or on YouTube, or both. In this case, you can benefit from the square sensor. All other advantages you'll find on Action 5 Pro. The same color, even better battery, the same modes, pretty much everything. You will say 8K. No, actually this 8K makes no sense on these cameras because of the sensor is too small to film the proper 8K on Action cameras. And let's admit, nobody is filming with DJI to watch videos on the cinematic large screens. There are some people walking with the dogs. They were asking me where I was this morning. Yeah, as I was telling that it was too rainy. And actually for those who live just right here, they can go out with dogs. But for me, I need to go uphill a lot. And there are a lot of flooding areas. So guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you did, just hit the like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see more videos like this, you know, in real life conditions, not in the studio. I can record much more videos like this. I'm running, hiking absolutely every day, and I can compare other cameras. In the meantime, take care, cheers, bye.